Legs go numb. First, seniors take these 3 vitamins to strengthen them fast. Let me ask you something. Have you ever stood up and felt like your leg wasn't working right? Maybe it went a little numb, or tingly, or just felt weak and wobbly for a moment. You probably sat down, waited a few seconds, and hoped it would pass. But maybe it's happening more often now, and deep down, you're starting to wonder, is this normal? Is something wrong with me? If you felt that way, I want you to know you're not alone. And no, you're not just getting old. You're in the right place. When your legs go numb or weak, it's often a sign your body is missing something important. Not medicine, not treatment, just simple vitamins. Your nerves and muscles need to keep working properly. Now, let's take a moment to talk about why this happens. As we get older, the nerves in our legs and feet can start to wear down, especially if they're not getting the nutrients they need. When those nerves get weak or damaged, the signals between your brain and your legs don't travel well. That's when you get that pins and needles feeling, or your legs feel heavy, cold, or numb. It can also be a blood flow issue. If your circulation slows down, your muscles don't get enough oxygen, and your legs can feel tired or unstable, even after small movements. This doesn't mean something is seriously wrong, but it is your body's way of saying, hey, I need a little help. And that's what this video is here to do, give you that help. In the next few minutes, I'll walk you through 3 important vitamins that can make a real difference in how your legs feel and move, especially after age 60. Let's start with the first one. This video is for educational purposes only and is based on well-researched information, but always consult your doctor before making health changes. Number 1, vitamin B12, the nerve protector. If your legs feel tingly, numb, or disconnected, this vitamin could be the key. Vitamin B12 is absolutely essential for your nervous system to function properly. Without it, the protective coating around your nerves, called the myelin sheath, starts to break down. That's when you start feeling strange sensations in your legs, like pins and needles, burning, or even the feeling of walking on cotton. Vitamin B12 doesn't just protect your nerves, it also helps produce red blood cells and keeps oxygen flowing through your body. Low B12 means your muscles aren't getting enough fuel, and your brain isn't getting clear signals from your legs. That's when missteps, stumbles, or unexplained weakness start creeping in. Now, here's something you might not know. After age 60, your ability to absorb B12 from food drops dramatically. Even if you eat meat, eggs, or dairy, which are natural sources of B12, your stomach often can't break it down and send it where it needs to go. Why? Because as we age, we produce less stomach acid and fewer digestive enzymes. On top of that, common medications, like acid blockers for heartburn or metformin for diabetes, interfere with B12 absorption. According to a study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, up to 20% of older adults have borderline or low B12 levels, and most don't even know it. One of the earliest symptoms? Numbness or tingling in the legs and feet. If left untreated, this can lead to permanent nerve damage. But here's the hopeful part. B12 deficiency is highly reversible, and supplementing can bring dramatic improvements, often within just a few weeks. In one study from Oxford University, researchers found that seniors who took B12 supplements had significant improvement in nerve conduction and reduced numbness after just 3 months. Another trial published in Neurology International showed improved balance and walking speed in older adults who were previously B12 deficient. Now, let's talk forms. There are 2 main types of B12 supplements. Cyanocobalamin, a synthetic form that's cheaper but harder for older adults to absorb. Methylcobalamin, the natural form that's already active in your body, making it easier for seniors to use. If you're over 60, methylcobalamin is the better choice. It bypasses your stomach and goes straight to work. Many people prefer the sublingual version, a tiny tablet that dissolves under your tongue, because it absorbs directly into your bloodstream, skipping digestion altogether. So, how much should you take? Many doctors recommend starting with 1,000 mcg per day if you're showing symptoms like leg tingling or weakness. But always talk to your doctor before starting, especially if you're on medications or have other health conditions. You might be wondering, how fast does it work? For some people, leg numbness begins to fade within a few weeks. For others, it may take longer depending on how low your levels are. But the key is consistency. You're not just patching a hole, you're rebuilding your nervous system. Now, there's one more thing B12 does that makes it extra special for seniors. It helps improve energy, mood, and even memory. So, while you're strengthening your legs, you may also notice your brain feeling sharper and your fatigue lifting. That's the power of fixing what's missing. But here's the thing. B12 doesn't work in isolation. It's one piece of the puzzle. To really support your legs, you need to think about blood flow, oxygen delivery, and how your muscles function from the inside out. That's why the next vitamin we're going to talk about is just as important, if not more, when it comes to helping you stay strong, steady, and mobile. Vitamin D3, the muscle activator. Now let's talk about something that almost everyone over 60 is low in, and it's quietly weakening your legs every single day. Vitamin D3. You might think of it as the sunshine vitamin. And while that's true, D3 goes far beyond just lifting your mood. When it comes to your legs, it plays a powerful role in strength, balance, and coordination. In fact, one of the clearest signs of low D3 in seniors is trouble standing up from a chair without using your hands. Sound familiar? Here's what happens. Vitamin D3 directly influences how your muscles contract. Without enough of it, your muscle fibers start to shrink, especially in your thighs and hips. These are the very muscles that keep you steady, allow you to lift your legs, and catch yourself if you slip. Weakness in these areas is what turns a small stumble into a dangerous fall. Multiple studies confirm this. One landmark study, published in the Journal of Gerontology, followed seniors with low vitamin D. They found that participants with D3 deficiency had up to 40% less lower body strength compared to those with healthy levels. That's a massive difference, and it shows up in day-to-day tasks like climbing stairs, standing, or simply walking longer distances. But it doesn't stop there. Low D3 is also linked to chronic pain, especially in the legs, lower back, and joints. That dull ache some seniors feel, not sharp but nagging, can be a red flag for vitamin D deficiency. It's not just in your head. It's a biological signal. And here's where it gets even more serious. Vitamin D3 helps regulate calcium in your blood, which is vital for nerve transmission. Without it, your nerves start misfiring. That can cause numbness, cramps, and burning sensations, particularly in your legs and feet. Now, you might be thinking, but I go outside. I get sun every day. I hear you. But here's the problem. After age 60, your skin becomes far less efficient at converting sunlight into vitamin D. Even if you're outdoors daily, your body might not be absorbing enough. Add in sunscreen, cloud cover, or darker skin tones, and absorption drops even further. In fact, according to the National Institutes of Health, up to 70% of seniors in the US are deficient in vitamin D3. That's not a small problem. That's a public health issue. So what can you do about it? First, don't rely on food alone. While fatty fish like salmon, eggs, or fortified milk do contain D3, the amounts are tiny compared to what your body really needs. You'd have to eat a whole salmon every other day just to get close. That's why supplementation is often necessary, especially after 60. The most effective form is vitamin D3, cholecalciferol, not D2. Studies show D3 raises blood levels more effectively and keeps them stable longer. How much do you need? The standard recommendation is 800 to 2000 IU per day for seniors. But if your levels are very low, your doctor might recommend a temporary loading dose, like 5000 IU for a few weeks until your levels stabilize. But always check with your doctor and ask for a 25-hydroxy vitamin D blood test to know where you stand. Now here's a key tip. Always take D3 with a meal that contains fat. It's a fat-soluble vitamin, so you'll absorb far more of it when it's paired with something like olive oil, eggs, or avocado. Without fat, your body can waste most of the dose. And if you really want to supercharge the effects of D3 on your legs, consider pairing it with magnesium and vitamin K2. Magnesium helps your body activate D3, and K2 directs the calcium to your bones and muscles, not your arteries. This trio works together to protect your heart, strengthen your bones, and keep your legs moving with confidence. Want to hear something amazing? In a 2019 study published in Nutrients, seniors who supplemented with vitamin D3 for just 6 months showed measurable improvements in muscle mass, grip strength, and walking speed. They also had fewer falls and reported less pain. Imagine what that could mean for your daily life. Fewer aches, more mobility, more independence. And it's not just physical strength. D3 also supports your mood and mental clarity, which can help you feel more motivated to stay active and take better care of yourself. Because let's be honest, when your legs feel weak or numb, it doesn't just affect your body. It affects your spirit. It can make you withdraw from activities you love or second-guess a trip to the store or a walk with a friend. That's why taking care of this one vitamin, just one soft gel a day, can be a game changer. So if your legs have felt heavier lately, or if your balance isn't what it used to be, it might not be age. It might be that your body is missing something crucial. And vitamin D3 could be the answer. There's one more powerful vitamin that brings it all together, and it's one your heart, muscles, and circulation depend on every single day. This one works deep in your cells to restore energy, speed up repair, and help your legs feel alive again. Let's keep going. Vitamin E, the circulation charger. Now, let's talk about the third powerhouse vitamin your legs have been waiting for, especially if you've ever felt that cold, numb, or dead weight feeling in your feet and calves. It's vitamin E. And while it's often forgotten in senior health conversations, this one plays a vital role in circulation. And circulation is everything when it comes to strong, responsive legs. Here's the deal. Your legs are the furthest point from your heart, which means if your blood isn't flowing properly, if those vessels are clogged, stiff, or inflamed, your legs are going to suffer first. That's when you start feeling numbness, burning, cramps at night, or that slow, heavy feeling when you walk. It's not just annoying, it's a warning sign. Vitamin E is a natural antioxidant that helps keep your blood vessels flexible and open. It protects your red blood cells and prevents them from clumping together, which reduces the risk of clotting and helps oxygen-rich blood reach your leg muscles more easily. Think of it like this. When your cells can breathe, your muscles can move. One study published in Vascular Pharmacology found that vitamin E helped improve microcirculation in aging adults, especially in the lower extremities. That means better blood flow to your legs, feet, and toes, which helps restore warmth, sensitivity, and strength. And if you've ever had those pale, purplish feet after sitting too long, or the kind of leg cramps that hit at night like clockwork, low vitamin E might be playing a role. There's also evidence that vitamin E may help reduce inflammation in the arteries and support nerve regeneration. That's huge, because numbness in the legs often comes from a double whammy: poor blood flow and damaged nerves. Vitamin E helps calm both of those issues at the source. Now, let's talk sources. You can get vitamin E from foods like almonds, sunflower seeds, spinach, avocados, and olive oil. But again, most seniors don't get enough from diet alone, especially if you've been eating lighter or avoiding fats due to past heart advice. And unlike some other vitamins, vitamin E is often stripped from processed foods during manufacturing. According to data from the CDC, over 90% of Americans don't meet the recommended intake for vitamin E. That means millions of older adults are walking around with reduced circulation and sluggish muscle response without even knowing it. So what's the fix? First, check your supplement label carefully. You want natural vitamin E, listed as D-alpha tocopherol, not the synthetic kind, DL-alpha tocopherol, which isn't absorbed as well. Even better? Look for a mixed tocopherols blend, which mimics how vitamin E appears in food and covers more antioxidant ground. The recommended dose for older adults ranges from 100 to 400 IU per day, depending on your needs and diet. But again, start low and check in with your doctor, especially if you're on blood thinners, since vitamin E can have a mild blood thinning effect at higher doses. Here's a neat bonus. Vitamin E also supports skin health and wound healing. So if your legs or feet bruise easily, or if cuts seem to take forever to heal, boosting your E levels could help from the inside out. And when combined with vitamin C, which helps repair blood vessel linings, you get even stronger protection against leg issues like spider veins, varicose veins, and swelling after standing or sitting too long. Another fascinating study published in Free Radical Biology and Medicine showed that older adults who took vitamin E along with light walking saw improved walking distance and reduced pain during movement. That's huge for maintaining independence. Because when your legs feel stronger, you don't just move more, you live more. And let's be honest, strong legs are freedom. They're the difference between going on that family trip or staying home, between gardening for hours or sitting on the sidelines, between getting up confidently in the middle of the night or fearing a fall. That's why I wanted to share these 3 vitamins with you, because they don't just support your legs on the surface. They work deep in your body, in your nerves, your blood, your muscles, to restore what time has gradually taken away. And no, it's not too late. I've seen people in their 70s, 80s, even 90s reclaim their strength just by fixing simple deficiencies like these. Start with vitamin B12 to restore nerve signals. Add vitamin D3 to activate your muscles and steady your posture. And round it out with vitamin E to recharge your circulation and keep blood flowing smoothly down to your toes. One step at a time, one supplement at a time. Your legs can feel alive again. You deserve to stand, walk, and move with confidence. You deserve to feel strong in your own body. If this video has helped you, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Share your experience or let me know which of these vitamins you've tried or plan to try. And hey, if you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up so more people like you can find it too. Don't forget to hit subscribe because we've got more powerful senior health tips coming your way. You are stronger than you think, and every step you take toward your health counts. Here's to legs that carry you where you want to go, today, tomorrow, and well into your best years.